Alright, everything seems to be set up. To Hazaru's Tower. So for anyone who has been here at all, you'll note that I've been tackling all these monsters in earnest, largely to prevent having issues later in the game. I've been trying to avoid just cheesing everything, which objectively isn't the easiest thing in the world to do. Because this game has a tendency to throw a huge number of monsters at us. Though I think we're getting to the point where the monsters aren't very cheesy, because there's not a lot of status conditions that affect me anymore. So there's actually something I've been wanting to talk about regarding this game, and that is kind of the game design choices. While this game is intended to be easy, and it is the easiest of the Final Fantasy games. I mean, arguably it's not even Final Fantasy. It's more of a label stuck on it. But when this game is unforgiving, it is the most unforgiving Final Fantasy game I've ever played. Because there are times there's nothing you can do, you just die. And while overall you can do a lot to mitigate this stuff, in fact I can use exit to win. I am so confused. I assume this is the same gimmick that was used earlier, so we'll head down and see what's going on downstairs. Overall, these monsters are a lot less deadly than the ones that we were fighting before. The undead were the worst because every time you hit them, they had a chance to inflict a status condition on you, and then something I haven't mentioned is that there is a there is a condition by which I'm playing this game, and that is I do not take the bot control away from it. I'll never control the bot. The only time I'll do it maybe is if the only way to win an outcome is to take control over the bot. And the reason for this is because I enjoyed playing with the auto on as a child. And even that, the reason's pretty simple. It's just because it made it feel like I was playing with someone else. Okay, Kaylee, that's unusual. But we are hoping to get this finished because this has been a bit of a button mashing simulator for the last few rounds. Which I do believe this game offers a lot more than that, especially if you're willing to take a look at the sprites and how they change and really enjoy the quirkiness that some of this offers. leveled up. I haven't decided if I'm going to cheese the last boss yet, even though I have decided not to exit all the enemies between here and there. I was waiting for you little beasts. Okay. Is there anything over here? No. Okay. I guess it's the same avatar. Start here. A manticore. He looks suspiciously like a Sphinx. Chimera. Oh, that thing is actually immune to death. I guess if you're immune to death, the giant's axe is the way to go. When did you become strong as Petrify attack, Scaly? Honestly, thinking about it, it's a little bit interesting that Kaylee is the only one that doesn't have a unique weapon among all the partners. Out of the 4 of them, nope, need Dragon Claw. Kaylee is the only one that wields an axe just like us. Kind of wonder where she got the dragon axe from. Garuda. Okay. Oh, there we go. The Thanatos. Sorcerer. Mwaha, you can't catch me. Alright. Be like that. Why, Kaylee? What did Arrow do for you? I'm just curious. I wish I could see the AI and their logic behind that move. Hmm. I wonder if there's a maximum level for this game. I mean, one that's lower than normal. That's unusual. They both lead to the same place. Alright, are you spell or armor over here? Because I don't think I'm going to get the last sword until the... well, maybe not. Maybe I'll get the last sword here. I think I'm just lacking flare. Actually, I think I got meteor already, so let's take a look at what I'm missing. See, I'm not going to get the armor here, so I can get the shield. I'm just missing flare in terms of spells, and I'm just missing the sword. But there does seem to be another. We got flare, okay. How you doing, Geen? Bluey, burb, burb. Yes, I am. So how's your day been?
Yeah, we're gonna keep ourselves a little small beat.
I'm doing pretty well. It's a bit cold here, so I try not to run too much when it's a little bit chilly, but it's either gonna have to warm up soon and then I run, or I get over it and run in the cold. But it's just been a good day. It's been very basic. Yeah, a lot of work days are like that, isn't it? Well, I like to believe that there are jobs that actually don't take as much out of us as others. Less of one of my faves and more of a old game that I used to play as a child. I do enjoy it, but it's a little bit repetitive now that I'm a little bit older. It's just a very basic game where a lot of things are kind of, how would you say it? It's there, but it's not really designed particularly well for longevity. For one thing, I really like the sprites, and of course I think all the sprites here are actually from another Final Fantasy game. It might be Final Fantasy IV. But the story, this is actually a game, You honestly, since you are interested in things like game development, you probably should look into this game a little bit because this is a kind of a cautionary tale of what happens when devs think they know more than the players and do not understand why other games did not perform well. Because this is actually a game that's developed largely because Square did not think that the Western audience was smart enough to enjoy the JRPGs. So when I say it's basic, I mean it literally is just very basic. It is the most stripped down JRPG you can have while still maintaining some level of fun in it. I mean, it was a long time ago. The reward was a game that a lot of people did not buy. That said, I do enjoy it. It's goofy. The dialogue is short, oftentimes kind of jerky. But because of that, I find it funny. Oh, yes. And also, Geen, this is for you. If you ever... You probably already have enough. I think I gave a couple people enough on the front end. Subreddit.celebrated. Bring. One thing I did last month was going to Reddit and ask a Tactics RPG subreddit. Celebrate. What things they like about tactics games. Okay, that makes sense. Did you find anything interesting? Any particular insights? That's good. I mean, it's always a good sign that you're on the right track mentally on a design path. Another one. Um, because it means that your future ideas are more likely to be good as well. But then again, I don't think like the planning stages for video games, I don't think is the hardest thing. For the most part, you're just trying to find things that are generally fun. And most people can figure that out on their own without too many issues. Okay. Okay, digestible numbers so you can figure out things easier. Like health and attacks being around the 10 units rather than the 10,000s. Flexibility to use the units you want, not just the ones the plot determines and are important to the story, and the ability to tell your own story to a degree. Well, that last one's pretty hard, but I definitely agree with the second one a lot. A moment of contention I had with Tactics Reborn, and this was just watching someone else play it, was that the generic units that you could recruit, they had nothing. What the math is going on? Who knows? But they had nothing on the named units that you could pick up in the story, so by the time you're done with the main game, yes, yeah. So by the time you're done with the main game, what would end up happening is you had nothing but story units in your party. Even if you wanted the generic units, it just wasn't practical. There were missions you could not complete without the named units. And not even from a, you have to have them for the story, it was a, you had to have them for the stats and abilities. but I also agree with the first one. I find the first one. So I believe it's, man, is it Genshin Impact? Not Genshin Impact. What was it that has that same style? But one of the things I noticed was that everything was dealt in like the tens of thousands, and it was just a way to provide a dopamine boost. It had no real meaning to it because of the numbers that were being used. Mind you, it wasn't a TRPG, it was some sort of action RPG kind of thing. Though I do think the last one would be the hardest to do because that is a lot of storyboarding. And the programming can get pretty difficult with that as well. So many times what you end up doing is not a tree of choices. You end up doing kind of a loop over. Ironically, the random, so in Tactics Reborn, the units are somewhat randomly, since the units in our game are some. Oh, in that case, yeah, that wouldn't be much of an issue. I would think you've meant stats for a bit there. Because what actually killed a lot of the Tactics Reborn stuff was the stats being randomly generated on the generic units. So how's your day been, Inky? Tiring? Long day at work? I figured if it was tiring. Well, I do hear that would make your day a little bit worse. I'm still not certain I'm actually a weeb, but, you know, an insult from you is almost like a compliment. The main thing people like about Fire Emblem, as far as telling your own story, are like the flavor text at the end that says what each of the units do after the war, pairing up units. I have my own ideas for making a conclusionary thing that takes into account things like major events they were involved in and how much they were involved in the war effort to determine that unit's unique ending. I mean, that is cool. I mean, you can even keep count of which units are, how would you say it, how often certain units are together and paired together in battle to give them unique endings where if they have always been paired together, they could be like brothers in arms and they go to a different area depending. There's any number of things that can be done. The big question is, how are you going to implement it? Because at the end of it, the large, what makes it enjoyable is when the player can see it happening. So it has to be believable on the player's side. Alright, have a good dinner, Geen. I'll catch you later. Have a good Geen. Alright, Inky, I think that's one of your better ones. Like, that emote, Geen. Well, my day's been pretty good, Inky. A little bit on the basic side, not too much was going on, but it's been fun. Got to get some coffee as a treat today, which for me always makes it a good day. Started this early primarily so that the next stream will be the last one for this game. And because I also wanted to catch Geen's stream, which I think will be later tonight. I'm just trying to decide what game will be after this one. I'm actually thinking I might need to go ahead and get Kingdom Hearts out of the way while Twitch doesn't care about anything I do. You're telling you know, I don't think Twitch cares that people play Kingdom Hearts. It's just there's a lot of copyrighted stuff in Kingdom Hearts itself. I mean, Bree got struck for playing Kingdom Hearts 3, which I mean, I'm not gonna play, but Chuzzy's PC, did it break again? I mean, it broke for a little while. Last I heard, it was up and running again. Alright, so her PC was crashing for virtually no reason. Well, how you doing, Blossom? Bye, Blossom. Yeah, Chuzzy's PC was crashing for no reason, and she had about a week where she thought she was actually going to be shipping it out. But it was early last week when she early last week, I'm thinking. It's been about a week since she's gotten it all fixed up. But Chuzzy's not just hasn't streamed it, but she hasn't been online much over the last week either. If I had to guess, she'll probably start streaming again either this week or next week. And as for Blossom coming in saying hi and bye, she does that every once in a while. I'm in a Discord where, let's say, Laurie, Geen, Goodish, and a few others can, Blossom, can all come in, say hi, and bye as they wish. I mean, don't you see her like, in stream every once in a while? She was in Astral stream just a little while ago. But I can tell her that Inky is waiting for her. I'll let Chuzzy know that you're waiting for her to stream so that you can give her cursed images. I'm sure she'll understand.
Inky is a weeb. Inky is a weeb.
Well, or Inky. I mean, she probably actually is asking for it. But you know how it goes. Just keep in mind, she's probably living in your walls right now. Hmm? It's just a old username of mine. I've been using it for nearly 20 years now. There's really no special reason for it. I just didn't change it when I started streaming. But it's a Japanese word that means evening sun. What do you mean, ew? It's just a Japanese word. You don't have a problem with Japanese people. You just have a problem with anime. I don't think I would have qualified as a weeb in nearly 10 years, sir. I rarely watch anime. It's like a once a year thing. I just kind of grew out of it. I don't know about there being a cure, but I think a lot of people do have a tendency to grow out of it over time. One being that a lot of anime is geared towards 14-year-old, not children, but 14-year-olds. I mean, it's very rare to actually come across an anime that's geared towards college students. But yes, I mean, if you want to say growing out of it is a cure, we can. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the stubble on the head. The big reason why I don't wait more than 2 days to shave. Alright, one moment, I have a call coming in.
Did you freaking die? Chat, I think he's cooked.
Sorry about that. And Blossom saying, did I freaking die? Yeah, I just got a call from my parents. They didn't know what they wanted. Okay, is there anything else? Alright, you BRB. See you shortly. You might eat Laurie. You shouldn't eat worms. See if this works the way I think it does. Did I miss a switch somewhere? Oh. Hey, sir. Playtime's over. Prepare to meet your doom. And you can forget about Captain Mac. was interesting. Oh, now that. Okay, that's actually a pretty good mechanic. Alright, Crystal Wind. Got myself a sky coin. Pretty certain that hook wasn't there earlier. Okay. Means we're missing an armor and shield. One more core item, and that's that. At last, the world's saved. You're getting a bit ahead of yourself. Hope you're happy with the Cupid locket. You have no idea how much I love the Cupid locket. Some explosions? Sure, I'll buy them all. It's great when the wind's calm like this. Alright, so same dialogue. You can see forever. Yeah, you can, kiddo. See, I think we're running for an hour 20 minutes. Has Captain Mac come back? I haven't seen him. We still have Captain Mac to worry about. Spencer said you'd help. Ruben, are you okay? Yeah, and guess what I found when I fell? A stairway to the top of the focus tower. Stairway. I've got it. If we refill the dry lake, we can save Captain Mac. How? Go to Spencer's tunnel, set a bomb there, and the water from the upper lake will spill into the dry lake. But Spencer's tunnel has caved in. There is one way. If you power the Rainbow Road machine with Thunder Rock, you can reach Spencer's place. Dad will know about this. Haley, would you like to take care of Norma? Ruben and I know the focus tower well, so we'll be back from Fireburg in no time. Of course. Thank you. You are welcome. Please help my dad. Certainly. Don't think there's more overworld stuff. Can't let a monster get the best of you. No. Can't. Arian, have you ever heard of Thunder Rock? Of course, wait a second. Take it. Oh, okay. Here, sir, we have your arbitrary quest item. Oh, cool, thank you. Let's blow that area up with a mega grenade. I think we did it. Let's tell Kaylee. But what secrets did we unlock? Alright, the Mobius crest. Try this one right here. Mobius Crest is buried in Spencer's place. If we had it, we could reach the ship dock from here. Amazing that you know things that had not happened yet, but... Worse, the ship is afloat. I'll head there now. The ship's full of monsters. Let's go first. Let us go first. Give this Captain Cap to Dad when you find him. Then we'll know I'm coming. Actually, what do you have to say? When did you get white, Ruben? Hmm. Well, you're not far from having maximum, Inky. Yes, or more or less. Huh, why you ask? I mean, I don't know what would make it beyond PG. I don't curse. The game doesn't have anything like that in it. I mean, it could be PG-13 if you have something to say. Uh, yeah. I feel you, sir. All that self-censoring. Don't want to show anyone what I'm gonna send you. I just want to see if you know what it's supposed to be. Bit worrying, but okay. Alright, let me move over. Alright, it's sent. Let's see what it is. Alright. I don't think Chuzzy will appreciate it, but I know exactly what it is. Yeah, I can tell exactly what it is. Big Chungus. You're gonna get yourself in big trouble, but it is funny. Ah, that's a lot of confidence you have there, Inky. I don't share it with you, but it is hilarious. Oh my goodness, didn't realize you could just... Well, nowhere else in the game can you just fall into a hole. This is the only place I've seen it. Everywhere else actually requires a very specific item, like falling off of vines or actively climbing. I haven't decided yet. I am leaning towards Kingdom Hearts because there are a lot of things that can go wrong with it, just copyright-wise, and you're less likely to get in trouble with stuff like that when you're non-affiliated. But there are definitely a few options that come to mind. There's some PS1 games I considered playing. There are a couple more Super Nintendo games I'm considering playing, but most Super Nintendo games only take about 3 hours, so I might try to have a stream a week where it's just dedicated to doing Super Nintendo. I have never played Time Splitters before, so I don't know anything about it. I mean, I can't help what I played and haven't. You can help by playing it. I'll take a look into it. I'm not against taking a look into it. While overall I'm not intending to do very many games that I've never played before on this channel, I'll look into the occasional one. I might do Lost Kingdoms. That's another one that's on my mind. I would love to play Lost Kingdoms before long, and I would also love to play Odin Sphere before long. It's always a possibility, Inky. Might be difficult depending on the Discord situation, though. But if I can figure out how to play Kirby All-Stars with another person from a distance, I'm all for it. I'm not certain any place emails you when you need to reset your password anymore. That's been quite a long time since I've seen something like that. I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the new password requirements. 12 letters. Can't be a phrase or word. Needs numbers and symbols. My face is a symbol? I mean, I guess it could be. Okay. I'm pretty certain that once this ship is done, all that will be left is the final level. Beat up Gmail. Good luck with that, sir. I'm not a huge fan of the Gmail myself. Ooh, strike first. No, they did not just do that to me. That was just unnecessary and rude. Actually, do it like that. There we go. Okay. Gaia's armor. Really, I thought Spencer was getting that. Maybe with the shield. Can no longer go to sleep, poisoned, air, and water. Okay. Alright, Captain Mac. Isn't that my Captain Cap? Kaylee asked us to give it to you. Are you okay? Kaylee, how did you get here? Dad, I was worried about you. You look awful. I'm okay, but I have some bad news. The Dark King prophecy. Dad, tell us about the prophecy later. Let's cure your wounds in Windia first. But I'm okay. I guess I haven't recovered from that fall off the bridge. Wasn't that like a week ago? Ruben, let's go to Windia and put you into bed. Tristram. There you are. Phoebe's been looking for you. I met her at the inn in Windia, and now she wants to see you. We're done. Let's go. Right. See you, kid. Well, what is breakneck speeds? Everything going on at once. What's up, Phoebe? Ruben's hurt. I'm surprised you made it here with such a bad wound. Off to bed with you. Jaybird, you need to hear Mac's news. You're not gonna like it. Yay, Phoebe. I think you're the best person because you have all the good magics. I guess Mac is at the inn. Then we'll return to Foresto once he's feeling better. Got it. Ouch, don't touch me. Dude, you've been getting punched by monsters. What can be so important? I've discovered the last part of the prophecy. The one behind the forest darker than the night and rises amidst the land. You've saved the crystals, but our real enemy is the Dark King. He's in Focus Tower. Reach the tower with my ship, stand by the steering wheel, and press the A button. Well, way to break immersion. Alright, well, let's heal. Save. Alright, everyone that is here. I am going to end stream at this location because next time we'll beat the game. I appreciate everyone who has come and joined me. It's been a fun few 2 hours. And I think we're going to raid over to Gein's channel if I can just find out where he is. Alright, /raid. Alright. And again, to everyone who's come in to join me, thank you. Thank you, Inky. Both Blossom. Oh yeah, we're going to save it until the next stream. We have one more stream left of this game, and then after the next one, the game will be done. After that, I'll have to decide what the next game is. But thank you, Inky, for coming by. I appreciate Blossom and Gein coming by too. I think Stealth was here for a bit, though you're the last one standing. So we'll go ahead and head out. Ready, set, and take care.